Hey everyone, welcome back. Persona here. So this is going to be a quick intro to the 3v3 team that I've been using lately into the Colosseum. So in terms of the initiative order, we start off with a Sedida, a Chance Sedida actually, utilizing the Absolute Cape, Captain Schaefer set. Big fan of the Captain Schaefer set because of the additional plus damages that it gives, and dodge as well. Really strong on a Sedida. Ranital Ring, Iliazel set, and a Canagloopy for the additional chance on water damages. And then I'm also using a Black Spotted Dofus. When it comes to the Int Forge, it's a sort of typical int crit set that you see in these kind of builds, and I'm using a Dorigami here just to pair with that Black Spotted from the Sedida. And then the mask, it's the standard sort of Agi set that I've been using lately, and really strong for 3v3 as well. So in this collie we are up against a Fognaut, a Fecker and Ekflip, but a relatively small map, which means they can quite quickly do a bit of a rush onto us. Not the best of maps for the Sedida, but I think we can cope. So just readying up now the team. So turn one, typically what I'll do is get my infections off. So one tree out, one with the Mad Doll, one with the Sacrificial Doll, and then usually using a block also. So turn one here, I'm putting the block across to the other side of the Fecker, and then also blocking him, and also then with the Sacrificial Doll, get the infection off. But if he's wanting to get out of there, he's going to have to spend some AP this turn, so he's not easily able to shield the rest of his team on turn one. So disrupting the Fecker play. So yeah, there we see he's pretty much just wasted all of his AP that turn to try and clear those summons. The mask, I've just realised at this point that I'm actually using Ginga and not Plastron. That is unfortunate. Should have double checked that before we started the game, but we can make do. What it just means is that we'll be a bit more limited in our team shields in AoE. So we'll have to consider that and play around it. On the Forge Lance, turn one, I'm getting the damage vulnerability onto the enemies, taking the AoE, and using Valkyrie's Embrace just to give the Forge a little bit of protection, given that we haven't done too many shields on turn one. And here we go, they are rushing us aggressively, really going in for our Forge at this point. So on the Sedida here, we're looking at getting some of our summons out. So the Ultra Powerful is down, and also the Inflatable Doll. Voodoo Curse, which means that they will take additional damage if they kill one of our dolls. And the Inflatable Doll there, pushing back the Echo Flip, just trying to block him so he can't hit the Forge this turn. Fecker is rushing in, using the Glyphs, AP reduction. Quite nasty, so we're gonna have to give the Forge a little bit more protection. And on the mask, I'm just there buffing up the Sylvan and getting some Picardas down just to do a little bit of AP reduction and a little bit of damage also. Happy to keep my Grimsing mask where it was, and at this turn, because we moves away that Echo Flip, he's not able to do too much. He kills the Inflatable Doll, but as a result they've taken some water damage on their team there. So on the Forge here, I just really want to get the erosion off onto their Forge and Fecker. A little bit of zone damage, and a cheeky little leak pie to finish. Just checking here the infection states for the Sedida's turn, just to make sure that they are all infected. It's a little bit buggy at the minute, so you'll see it's not showing them as infected, but I know they are. So we'll take the damage against each of them. Sacrificial Doll just to block the Echo Flip slightly. Don't want to trigger it just yet because I think I want to see if we can get it charged up a little bit. Feka takes the AoE AP reduction and they shift focus now onto the Sedita, getting the Ebony Dofus down also, doing lots of damage. At this point I'm really regretting not having the Plastron, but we make do with Scudo. Well, unhealable onto that Echo Flip, and we will use a quick AP reduction there also onto the Echo. So block the path to the Sedita, so they're going for back on the Forge again. This turn I just want to make sure we get that kitten down, take some of the AoE zone damages, really put some pressure onto the enemy here. So we're buffing up the Fire Lance on the Forge. They're really rushing my Forge this time. Big damage there with Heroic Charge. So the Sedita here, I'm just trying to figure out, do I want to do some heals onto the Forge or go for damage? Decide best to go for the damage whilst I can, get the Sacrificial Doll down to do some additional damages, putting the Infection back onto the Echo Flip. I'm really wanting to split the damage here between their Forge and Echo, so they're not able to protect both with the Feka. So he uses Aegis in zone, the entire team is within that. And it's quite annoyingly placed here. I'm not able to Scudo and Torturuga the Forge, so I opt to just do Torturuga, do some additional damage onto the Feka, just to chip away at that Aegis. And put the Grimacing Mask quite aggressively in the zone, just to try and block the team where possible. So Egg Flip there was quite nicely locked against the Mask, and then also against one of the summons, which disrupted him a little bit in his gameplay and forced him to waste some AP on his turn. Putting down the shields again from the Forge, taking some additional zone damage. Now the Fek is looking low, the Forge is looking low. The whole team is slowly dying, but our Forge is really vulnerable to him. What we really want to position ourselves for is that when our Forge dies, we're quite well positioned to at least kill two of their team in a bit of a trade. So we take the infections down, bit of heals onto the Forge, another Sacrificial Doll, doing really big damages on all the team there after triggering the Voodoo effect. Feck is down to 1k. We know they don't have Aegis. They should have Rampart up, I believe. Yep, so Rampart goes down. The Mask here, we really want to try take that Feka down before the Echo Flip's turn, just so he doesn't get the heals and shields off. We're not able to do so. So Feka lives with 57 health there, gets the heals from the Echo Flip and second chance as well, so he's taking half damage here. And our Forge is down. So, tricky situation. We're in a 2v3, but they are all very low. Voodoo Curse. We have got a poison onto the Feka here, so that will do a little bit of damage. It does. And with the Ebony, we are able to kill. So now we're in a 2v2, looking very favourable for us. I think we got the kill onto the Echolip here with the Mask's turn. Yep, we do. Nicely played. Forge is down to 1.9k health. Our Sedator's looking cushy. And at this point, it's pretty much impossible for us to lose the 2v1 here. We've got plenty of sustain. Heals from the Sedator, Masker shields. And it's looks like we're about to wrap this one up with Picada. GG.